Okay, I want to answer that in two ways. Number one of the reasons for a lot of the not finishing high school is more not necessarily the problem with the school, but we have one of the main financial strains of our whole system is unwed parenting. And because of that, we have a lot of people who don't repeat school. You become a parent, you're still in high school, the possibility of finishing school is going to be very slim. So therefore, we want to put programs that will emphasize the structure of a family together to help in that type of thing. Also, on the educational system as a whole, I am not one that believes that throwing money at the problem solves the problem. I want to see money put in places where it will count, where students will be trained for jobs. We work a lot in the schools, and just this past year, my wife and I were helping with the testing, so we had to keep the kids while the teacher was out bringing the test in. So I told the kids stories. My main emphasis in the stories was get a skill, learn something that will give you a job. We have had emphasis on higher education for many, many years. Well, some of the higher education doesn't give you a good job. Technical education gives you a good job. A good plumber, a good welder, a good mechanic can make a lot more sometimes than a good public servant can. And so my emphasis is to emphasize the things that will give our people skills for jobs, and to emphasize according to the needs. Now, we have a lot of things in the oil field, gas field here. We need those skills, but there are many other type of skills that are needed. We also need people that are skilled in bookkeeping, people that are skilled in business. So rather than general knowledge, I want to see people get knowledge that will give them a job, knowledge that will give them a skill to work, knowledge that will give them something they can do. At the same time, I want to balance that with more programs. We used to work with the governor's program on abstinence, and I'll give you one example of what happened. We were working in the city of Mansfield. When we started our program, we kept it there for 4 years before the federal government defunded it. They had 17 pregnant girls in the school. The fourth year we were there, they only had 2, and the abstinence program was credited for the difference. That means that many more people went through high school without becoming parents while they were still in high school. That gives them a better chance to finish high school. That gives them a better chance. In fact, the number one poverty indicator in our nation is unwed motherhood. Unwed mother is more likely to be poor a major part of her life than anybody else. So we need the kind of structure that will give people their ability to say, no, I'm going to wait. I want to have my life together right. So education is needed, but it needs to be proper education. And just throwing money at the problem doesn't solve the problem unless that money has some keys that it is going to be put into giving people education for skills.